Hey guys, it's Sarah. So today I wanted to do something that I've wanted to do for a while now and had always kind of dreamed that I would be able to do. I wanted to share my Accutane story, my acne story. This Friday I have my final kind of appointment for Accutane. It's my follow-up appointment. I've been off Accutane now for 3 months or maybe 4 months, 3 or 4 months. I've been off it now and the treatment worked amazingly for me. So I can't see myself in my camera, so I don't know if you can really tell. So this is what my face looks like right now. I don't have any pimples or acne. I don't know if you can see, it's a little bit, the lighting's kind of weird. I have a little bit of scarring here, but that's it. It worked really well for me, and I just kind of wanted to share my story and how the treatment went for me. So this video is probably going to be a little bit long. I'll try to not spend too much time talking about one thing for too long. And I apologize in advance. I'll try and edit this well. I apologize if there's tears. It's an emotional subject for anyone who's been through this or is going through this, so I apologize in advance. So I had acne since the 7th grade up until basically my junior year of college. I'm a senior this year. I graduate in a few months, which is really exciting. So I suffered with acne for about 9 years. It was not, I don't want to say it was cystic, but I think in the end it was kind of mild cystic acne. I didn't get a whole lot of blackheads. I got kind of a lot of whiteheads, but also just kind of those red bumps everywhere. My face had a lot of bumps everywhere, kind of all the time. And I also had very oily skin as well, so that didn't help at all. So I was really lucky in that I was never bullied or picked on because of my appearance. I was kind of my own bully in that aspect. So I was never made fun of, which was really good. I had great friends. But yeah, so I first got acne in the 7th grade, and I just kind of it never went away. It was never a phase with me. I always had it, and it was really frustrating, you know, seeing people who had clear skin and it's just like, or you know, they'd have, you know, 1 or 2 pimples and it's like, oh my god, I have a pimple. It's, you know, and that's, you know, that sucks when you do, but it's like when you have as much as I did, or you know, other people, when you have it all the time, it's just like, I wish I had that one giant pimple on my forehead that would go away after a week. No, I had it all the time, and it was really difficult because, you know, I would always want to wear my hair in front of my face, and it was just like, you know, never feeling, calm down, you know, never, you know, feeling comfortable in your own skin, for whatever reason. And I tried a lot of different things. I tried over-the-counter things, I tried prescription stuff. I have kind of a pile here. So Accutane is a really serious drug. I viewed it as kind of a last resort, the atomic bomb of solutions for acne. So I tried a lot of stuff, a lot of tablets and creams. So I tried erythromycin, clindamycin phosphate with benzoyl peroxide. This actually worked the best for me before I took Accutane. Doxycycline, okay, I can't pronounce that, but a topical thing, tretinoin, adapalene cream, and then I tried over-the-counter stuff like Clearasil, Neutrogena. I didn't do Proactive. I tried acne free. I basically tried everything but Proactive for some reason. I don't know why. But it never really worked. It just didn't work. It was inside, you know, it was like bacterial, you know, I don't know exactly what it was, but it sucked and I had it constantly. I even bought a, what's it called? Clarisonic. And I used the Mia 2, Clarisonic Mia 2, which had 2 speeds. I would use it on the highest speed morning and night with the Acne specific cream. And that's a lot of working it on your face, and my face would still be oily, I would still get acne. And you know, a lot of these treatments would work at first for a little bit, kind of would start to clear up, and then it would come back. So I had acne on my face, on my chest, on my back. It was just here. So I guess I'll put a picture here, hopefully, of what my face looked like before. And I decided to finally go on Accutane over spring break of last year. I was in Vegas with my mom and her boyfriend, kind of a super late birthday celebration, 21st birthday celebration last year. And it was about as bad as it had ever been. It was just everywhere, and we were kind of getting ready to go out, and my mom was in the bathroom with me. We were both kind of putting on our makeup, and you know, they had those round mirrors in the hotel that magnify, you know, your face so you can, you know, do all this cool stuff with makeup. And it just amplifying every blemish on my face. It was just horrifying. And my mom was like, you know, I love my mom, and she didn't say this in a mean way. You know, she wanted to help me. She knows, my whole family knows I've suffered with it. And she's like, you know what, I'm gonna make you an appointment to see the doctor or the dermatologist, and we're gonna fix this. So I went in. I ended up, she called the dermatologist in. She looked at me and said, yeah, you know, I think you'd be a great candidate for this. You know, has acne kind of, you know, affected your social life or how you feel about yourself, anything like that? And I just nodded and burst into tears. So she said, oh, yeah, it's time to take this step. So I took the step. And I guess that's basically my story of how I got decided to take Accutane. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the Accutane process and how it was for me. It's different for everybody. So it was a pain in the ass, especially if you're a girl, because you cannot get pregnant while you are on this medication. So you have to take, you have to get a pregnancy test and a blood test before your doctor can okay them and then unlock questions for you to answer online about the Accutane before you can go in and pick up your prescription, which is only for 1 month. You have to do that every month, and it was really tough for me at some points because I was up here at school. My home is a couple hours away, which is not too bad. I can definitely make it a day trip down there, but it was kind of difficult. Yeah, so that was just a pain in the butt having to do that to get the prescription. And also, if you're a girl, you have to be on 2 forms of birth control. I took birth control pills, and the option I chose was, if I decided to be sexually active, to use a condom. That was my second form of birth control. So there was that process to actually get the pills. So she told me that it could take between 4 to 6 months. For me, it was 6 months. And it was not, for me, it was not an impossibly difficult 6 months. So the side effects for me, I mean, you'll hear and see horror stories about people who take Accutane, that it's just awful and you might be really scared to go on it, and it affects people in different ways, like I said. But for me, it was it wasn't too bad. I would do it all again. If my acne came back, I would do it all again. So the side effects for me, and I'm sure for most people, I think at least this side effect is the same. Your skin gets very dry. So what the Accutane does is, what they told me was that it shuts down your oil production. So that's exactly what it sounds like. Your skin is not producing the oil that lubricates and moisturizes your skin naturally. So your skin gets really dry. So lips especially, I never went anywhere without chapstick, or I actually ended up using bag balm. It comes in a green tin. You guys might have seen it around, and I put it on my lips. At first it was really disgusting because it's really thick, but oh my gosh, it felt so good when your lips are dry. After I took a shower, I would moisturize on my arms and my legs, my face especially, and if you do that, then it's all about managing the symptoms, and if you do that, if you moisturize, then you'll manage it pretty well. So yeah, my skin was really dry. I didn't get any aches or pains or anything. I didn't feel, lethargic or tired, which happens to some people. That wasn't a problem for me. One thing that was a problem is that since your skin kind of becomes weaker, so I was really susceptible to randomly getting like little nicks on my fingers, or like a mysterious bruise that I have no idea how I got. So my skin was just more sensitive to things. I run 3 miles a day, Monday through Friday, and blisters have never been like a huge problem for me, or at least not blood blisters, but a few months into this medication, I started to get huge blood blisters on my feet. It was painful and it was disgusting. But now that I'm off of it, I still get normal blisters down there because my skin is still kind of recovering, but I don't get blood blisters anymore. But it took me forever to figure out that it was probably the Accutane that was causing me to get these horrendously disgusting blood blisters on my feet. So that was another thing. And also something that I've noticed post-Accutane. During the Accutane, this actually wasn't a problem, but it actually makes sense. My nails are very weak. Very weak. Yeah, you can't see it now. I have like a top coat on it, but since your nails grow out, kind of slowly, all of this, that much of my nail was growing during the Accutane, and it's really thin. Like, I can't open certain packages because my nails just bend, and that's a pain in the butt because I love having long nails and painting my nails, but it's gonna take a couple months more, a few months more for the nails to grow out and get stronger again. So that's another thing. But other than that, for me, those were really the major side effects. I didn't get mood swings any more than, a girl does. Yeah, I didn't feel achy or tired. I was able to go about my day normally. I just made sure that I had chapstick on me all the time, or some form of lubrication for my lips, because it would literally be after I took a shower within, and I know this sounds crazy, but if you've been on Accutane, you probably know what I'm talking about. Literally within seconds of getting out of the shower, my lips would start to feel dry, or my skin would start to feel dry, and I had to put on stuff. But like I said, those were totally manageable symptoms, and the process went well for me, and now my skin is clear. I mean, it started to clear up like within, it took about a month for there to start to be a noticeable difference. And some people said that when they first started going on it, they tell you to stop using everything else, just use the Accutane, and stop using really harsh stuff for your face, just use normal face wash, which I did. For some people, they say that it gets worse before it gets better. With me, it didn't really get worse, which I guess I'm just lucky. I don't know. It didn't get worse for me. It took about a month for it to start getting better, and it started to get better, and it was just amazing. Like a few, 4 or 5 months, maybe 5 months into the treatment, my skin was pretty clear, and touching my face, like, and feeling it smooth, like, that's such a simple thing. Like, people who have not, suffered through severe acne with bumps everywhere, they're used to having smooth skin most of the time. It's just people have smooth skin. not everyone. I didn't. And it felt so strange, like touching my face and not feeling anything. It was like I'm like almost having like happy tears, because like I basically had happy tears when I just randomly was like, oh my gosh, like I like went to find my dad and I was like, Dad, touch my face, like does it feel weird? Like it was just so weird. I just never, you know, it had been since the 6th grade since I had had smooth skin. And it's like, oh, happy tears. Do you see the happy tears? So yeah, the treatment worked amazingly for me, and it was so worth it. I mean, I would do it all again, as I said before. It's just, you know, now, I mean, I feel more confident in myself, and I think my family can tell that I feel more confident in myself, and it's just the best thing ever to be able to go to class and not wear makeup. Well, I'm wearing eye makeup right now, but I'm not wearing any foundation or primer or anything. I'm just wearing like a moisturizer. You know, the fact that I can go out in public confidently and feel beautiful with no makeup on is something that I had almost, you know, given up hope that I would ever be able to do. It was never something that I thought I could do. I can wear, these little tears are just hanging out. I never thought that I would be able to wear liquid foundation, because my skin was so oily before I took Accutane. The thought of putting more liquid on my face than was already naturally produced was disgusting. Like, I had to use powder. And now my face is not as oily, so I can use liquid foundation and it covers better. And it's just amazing. I mean, I can, you know, when it comes to dating, you know, I can look a guy in the face and not have to look away out of embarrassment, like, oh God, he's seeing all of my zits. Like, you know, that's all I would be able to think about, like, so self-conscious. And now I don't have to worry about that anymore. And it's just the most liberating thing. It's, you know, it's something you shouldn't have to worry about, you know. You shouldn't have to worry about people looking at you and just noticing your skin, like, in a negative way. And, you know, that's how I always felt. And, you know, I mean, not that I felt really that people were thinking, oh, she looks ugly, or ew, look at her face. But like I said, I'm my own harshest critic, and that's what I would be thinking about. And it was not good. It was not a good situation. I had suffered with acne for 9 years. I had done everything possible except do Accutane. I had tried over-the-counter stuff. You know, I tried rubbing turmeric, this ground spice. I tried rubbing it on my face and basically just succeeded in staining my face yellow for a day, or orange for a day. I tried everything. Nothing worked. Accutane worked. And one of the best decisions of my life. I'm so happy. I feel good, I feel beautiful, and it's been amazing. So thank you guys for sticking around for such a long video. I hope that this helped some of you, maybe answer a couple questions that you had, or just, you know, maybe helped you decide to go ahead and do it. And if anyone has any more questions, feel free to message me, or you know, maybe I can make like another video. I'm not sure what else I can talk about, but if there's other stuff that you're thinking about, or anyone wants to know something about the process, either before, during, or after, you can let me know in a comment or a message or something, and I'll get back to you. So again, thank you guys for joining me for this really long video, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. Bye!